All right, this stuff right here, when it's new, the cap, see that cap right there? It's just got a continuous end. We have to cut a little piece off of that, okay? I want to cut as little bit of that off as possible because I want to make a very skinny bead. So, with care, I'm being careful, folks. I'm just going to cut off immediately at the bottom, okay? There. Now, even that is a bigger hole than I like. But I'm going to have to deal with it now because I've already cut it, right? So, we can work with that too. Now, back to our mounting table. Now, let's assume that I go through all the extraordinary care that I need to go through to put this plate on. You know, I make sure it's square and all of that good stuff like that. For this demonstration, that's not important. Okay, so we're just gonna draw a little line here just so we're not totally crooked. We're gonna put this here. You put this there. All right, so now it's nice and straight. And now I wrap this plate around here. And you see, it does not come close. So I have room to work with here. Okay, I have room between these plate edges. Now, here's what I want to do. And I'm going to bring this camera even closer. All right. Now, I have it in the mounter here, right? I'm going to put a little thin bead right there. Another thing I want to have ready is a rag. I'm going to put a tiny bead there. Then I'm going to take my finger and I'm going to rub the excess until I have a very thin amount in there. Then later on I can remove any excess. Now watch. Whoops, almost. Okay, I'm just feeding it out very little, okay? Now, one of the challenges here is if you want to reuse this tape, you're already cutting corners, folks. I hear some people saying they want to reuse mounting tape. I can't believe it. I don't get it. Now, some of this stuff has gotten on the mounting tape, but I've got a very thin amount right there of this seal edge. Let's take it out so you can see. Right there, I put a very thin bead. I don't know if you can see that so good. I did get a little sloppy and got some over here and over here. Now that's not so good, but I'm not going to use this tape again. If you're reusing it, you probably maybe even don't want to use this. So now, just for laughs, we're going to try the other technique. Now this here will take about 5, 10, maybe 15 minutes to dry. You want your plate edge to stay down at least 10, 15 minutes. You know, you want to be able to count on it being down about 10, 15 minutes before this stuff dries. If you have a very small diameter cylinder and your tape just wants to pop up immediately, that might not be a candidate for this stuff, because if the plate starts to lift off the tape while the seal edge is still wet, it'll migrate under the plate and even aggravate your problem. So you want to make sure that you want it to be in a situation where that plate edge will stay down long enough for the seal edge to dry. So now what I'm going to do over here on this side is I'm going to try the other technique, the aluminum foil. Before I do that, I'm going to cut that aluminum foil to the strip the size that I like it, which is about 1 inch. All right. So what I've done is I've taken some aluminum duct tape. You can get this at Home Depot or something like that. It's not the best that I've seen. Like I said, the Scotch brand is the one I like. But I basically cut it into strips so it's about 1 inch wide. Okay. Now the beauty of this is its malleability and its formability. Watch this. I'm going to take this off. And you probably already are using tape in some cases to hold on your plate edge. I know you are. all right? Let's say I was real careful and I made sure this was the right length and all that good stuff like that. Now I put this aluminum tape down. Remember guys, I'm not reusing my mounting tape. I don't believe in that. You know, I know mounting tape is expensive, but if you're using your mounting tape, I think you're saving money in the wrong place. Now when I take my nails and I just go down like this to put down on the edges, that aluminum tape is not going anywhere until I'm done with this job. That's the end of it. It's better than any other tape you've tried to use. Masking tape, splicing tape, scotch tape, painter's tape, whatever tape you're using, aluminum tape is the best. That right there is not going anywhere. I can wipe my plates, and no solvent will migrate under the plate. It's just going to stay there until I'm done with the job. So you've got two options there. One is to when it's dry, because you want to make sure that it's dry before you cover it with anything, otherwise it won't cure. Then you can put a piece of aluminum down on that, and now you've got the anti-moisture and air barrier on top of the mechanical hold down of the aluminum tape, and this plate is just not going anywhere. If this plate gets removed, it was an intentional thing or there was a destruction in the press.